sorry, this is not my office.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, it's shut.
Probably, you know.
Yep.
Do you have a preference?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go make a copy of this so we can look at it together.
Okay.
You good on water and food and all that?
I'm not gonna wear it. I'm good.
You hungry though?
I'm fine right now. Thank you.
Alright. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna sit next to you so we can look at it together. So what I want to do is, we have a whole bunch of people coming in, you know, from your neighborhood. Somebody saw something, somebody knows where these kids are. And I keep saying kids, I'm sorry, kids in your life.
That's I know.
And I should say, I work these quite a bit, and so tonight, if I make one of those mistakes when I say kids instead of your wife and kids, I apologize. We work it a lot, and so I apologize if something comes out wrong, or, anyway. So, I know you're going through a lot, so we're not going to keep you here all night. Can we go through this? So, okay, let's see, your 148 doorbell detected visitor. What does that mean?
So the doorbell has a camera on it. When you get up to a certain proximity and when you ring it, it detects a visitor.
Okay. People are already distracting me out here.
Oh.
So in fact, you know, let's do this. So I work a lot of stuff like this in bank robberies, and when I talk to, you know, a witness at a bank robbery, sometimes I find it best for them to just say, tell me what happened, get it all out, and then once you get it out, let's go over it, okay? So just get it all out as far as this. Tell me exactly what you remember, and I'll take notes about where we can go.
Okay. So this 1:48 a.m.
Let me switch chairs.
Okay.
Because when they come knocking,
Okay.
when they come knocking, I gotta use that key. Do you need more water?
No,
I brought you Gatorade.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Alright, so 1:48 a.m., doorbell detects the visitor. So when we were over at the neighbor's house, the next day we were looking at his camera as well, and it didn't show anybody walking up to the driveway, which was kind of weird. That's the only reason I put that on there. Because it showed Nicole dropping her off, but nobody actually walking up to the house. It was kind of weird. But she was in the house.
Okay.
So-
And what time are we talking?
This is still 1:48.
Okay.
So,
keep going.
2 a.m., Shannan gets into bed with me. 2:50, 2 a.m., 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 2 4 a.m., that's when my alarm goes off for work, and I'm proceeded to get dressed, brush my teeth, everything I do upstairs.
Okay.
About 4:15, that's when I get back, slide right into bed next to her, and start having a conversation with her about putting the house up for sale, and talking about proceeding with the separation.
Okay.
And obviously it gets pretty emotional, like we're talking about, like we felt the disconnection was there, like falling out of love, and trying to stay together, maybe just for the kids' sake, but we're realizing that doing like our homework, it's not, most of the time that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And it gets pretty emotional because we have 2 beautiful kids and we have one on the way. So it's just a matter of like, it was very emotional, we were both crying, and at the end, we just said, she said she was gonna take the kids to her friend's house for the day. She would be back.
Okay.
I was like, okay, it's fine. And that's when I went downstairs, made my protein shake. It was at 5 a.m., that's when I did that.
Okay.
Packed my lunchbox, had my oatmeal, chicken, filled my water jug up. 5:15, I went outside, backed my truck up, was loaded up, had my book bag, my lunchbox, computer, water jug, my big clear container. I put big clear containers in my truck so it's easy just to pull out, pull in, just depending on what I'm going to use. My O-ring kit, and I knew I was going to do some stuffing box rubbers that day, so I got some various open wrenches from my toolbox. I know those would work better than the ones they would give me.
Okay.
5:30, that's when I went to work.
Okay.
And I hadn't heard from Shannan for about 2 hours there, so at 7:40 I texted her and asked her if she could tell me where the kids were, if she took them anywhere.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
At 12 I texted her again, called me, nothing. And then about 12:10 p.m. that's when my doorbell visitor, it read another visitor, and I was like, it popped up on my phone, and it says it was Nicole. And I tried to put it on my phone to see if she's just trying to get in or whatnot. And I hear like she's on the phone trying to, I could hear her through my phone saying she was trying to get to Shannan, so that's when I called her. Yeah, I called her at 12:20, see what was going on. She told me that Shannan hadn't responded to any of her calls all day, or any of her friends' calls all day.
Okay.
And that's very strange, just because, I mean, she doesn't get back to me, that's fine, she gets busy with kids, whatever. So if she doesn't get back to her people, like the people like she works with direct sales.
Okay.
So if she doesn't get back with them, that's strange.
Is she the type to answer the phone?
For them, yeah,
Okay.
it's like all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, hey, wait, I'll see you later.
Okay.
So about 12:40, a few more efforts from Nicole to reach her while she's there, like outside the house.
Mm-hmm.
And at 1 o'clock, that's when I left, and I was like, all right, I'm on my way down there. 2 o'clock when I got home, because they couldn't get in because the front door had a top latch to keep the kids in.
Thursday.
Nicole and the police officer that was there.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So they couldn't get in because top latch on the front door was hinged, and the keypad on the outside does not work to get into the garage. So they had to wait till I got there so I can get the remote opened.
Okay.
So that's when I got home. I opened the garage door and we went inside the house and looked everywhere. Shannan, Bella, and Celeste, nowhere to be found. Shannan's wedding ring's on her nightstand. Her phone's still on the couch. Her purse is still there. The medicine for the kids is still there. The car seat is still there, and there's no sign of them anywhere.
Okay.
3 o'clock. The police officer, detective, Baumhauer, right?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Baumhauer.
I butcher his name every time. Asking Nicole and I, questions about where she could have gone or who she could be with. At about 4 o'clock, the police officer that was there, he was checking the neighbor security footage. At 5 p.m., the same police officer, detective, and then sergeant, another officer, they showed up and they searched the house again. About 6 o'clock, they didn't call around to anyone that that may know something, called hospitals and hotels. 7:30, my friend Nico showed up to show support, and from then on, it's his friends showing up. Shows Lauren, Dave, Jeremy, and 10 o'clock's pretty much about laid down, but I didn't go to bed till probably like 2 a.m. just because fields of texts and calls all night.
Okay.
And I was just hoping that, I left all the lights on in the house, I was hoping that I'd get a knock on the door, but
Yeah,
nothing happened. Yeah, but nothing happened.
What do you think happened?
At first, I really thought maybe she was just at somebody's house, just decompressing.
Just blowing off steam.
Yeah, but after today, like with the onslaught of all the cars, all the police cars, all the news, all the canine units, it's making me lean the other direction about someone took her.
Okay.
But it's just, if someone took her, it would have to have been someone she knew. Because there's no sign of anything like being disturbed, broken.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's the way I'm leaning now. At first I thought for real she was just decompressing somewhere. I thought she was safe, even though everything in the house was left there. But now it's just after the day with the news crews and everything, it feels more the other direction, and it's freaking me out because I have no idea where they are.
Okay. If you could think of anything that we could do to find them, what would it be?
I mean, everything that I've exhausted so far is like people that have car seats, because she left the car seats, and she would never just. I mean, Bella could sit in a regular booster chair because she's about that time.
Mm-hmm.
Celeste isn't quite there yet, but all the people that I know that have cars, they've contacted me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's, there's definitely a chance it's somebody I don't know. Being a guy or a girl, and she has plenty of friends through like direct sales that I've never met that could have a kid that they come and just say, hey, let's go, like just back up in the back, put them in, let's go. But I wouldn't have their name, I wouldn't know who they are.
Okay.
And this is like, that's what's driving me nuts. It's like, when I told the news crew, it's like, if she's out there, it's like, just come home. Like, if someone has her, or like not just has her, but she's at somebody's house and she's just decompressing, it's time to come back. Because now this is real.
Okay.
This has gone to a different level.
Absolutely. Okay. Do you have an inkling of if it's good or bad?
Yesterday, I would have thought that she was safe and it was good that she would come home. Today, it's more on the other side, because I don't think that she would let it get this far if she was just decompressing somewhere. She's not talking to anybody. As far as, people that have reached out to me that I haven't talked to in like a year,
mm-hmm.
that are friends with her.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of her like best friends, Judy, lives in Florida. She works in the police department down in Miami,
mm-hmm.
and she called me today. Like that's one of her friends she would confide in.
Oh, okay.
So
and she hasn't heard anything?
Nothing.
And nobody's heard anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Her parents, she doesn't like talking to her mom, but still her mom called her enough that she would at least answer once.
Yeah. And if she's, I'm married, I know how it is. If she's hacked off at her husband, would she call her mom?
She would call one of the friends that contacted me.
Okay.
At least one of them, because she has a close-knit group.
Okay.
But the fact that none of them know anything is very strange, because one of them would have said something by now, seeing what this has escalated to.
Is it possible that her close-knit group isn't close with you and there is somebody who knows where she is right now?
I don't think so, because, Nicole she's very close with Nicole. And the way Nicole is acting right now, as far as how emotional she is yet, there's no way, she knows.
What does that mean?
There's no way, she would know, where she is, if she knew.
Oh, so you're saying if Nicole knew?
Yeah, Nicole knew, the way she's acting right now, she's as freaked out as I am.
Okay.
So there's no way, she would know where she is if she knew.
Do you know Nicole that well?
Decent. She's been over at our house a good amount of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you've obviously spoken with Nicole?
Oh, yeah.
And you don't have any weird feelings from her?
No, she was there at the house. She was the one that was ringing the doorbell trying to see what was going on.
Okay. Do you have a sense that the police here, or the FBI here, do you have a sense that we have a good enough list of people to call and check with?
I think so, because I've gone through my entire phone. I know Nicole's gone through her entire phone. Amanda, anybody that lives here that knows Shannan,
mm-hmm.
they pretty much have the same contact list.
Okay.
So if there's somebody that's not on my phone, it's on theirs.
Okay. Has somebody I think the police have Nicole's phone, or, I'm sorry, your wife's phone, right?
Yes.
And I don't want to pronounce her name wrong,
Shannan.
Shannan?
Yep.
Okay. So the police have Shannan's phone?
Yep.
Do they have your phones? Have they looked at your phones?
I don't think so.
Okay. Can I run that out and have them look real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any password I'm going to run into?
3307.
3307?
3387.
3387. Are there any other phones that we check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When they look at this, what's the best thing that they can do to, I don't know, to say, look for these contacts, look for this Instagram, look for this Snapchat, you
So
know?
like the only thing on here that's, I would say it's gonna be weird because our contact list is the same.
Oh, you guys have a shared contact?
Yeah, like
every Google?
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
it's like I've, like all the, what drove me nuts is that when she like downloaded to the cloud, it multiplied or duplicated.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, so this is the same person over and over
10
again.
people over, oh, okay.
So we have the same contact
Okay.
list.
So I'm gonna run this out.
Okay.
So 330 or 3387, and I really want them to just not physically rip this phone apart, but really dive in.
Okay.
And are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hand this off to somebody.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back. Okay, that's 3387. You get that? 3387? All right. Are there any other phones at home we can look at?
That's the only ones I know of. It's hers and mine.
Computers?
She has a laptop, but she barely uses it
Okay. Where's the laptop?
in the office.
At home?
Yep.
Okay. I think that, I'm sorry that I'm catching up here, this always happens. The police are the first people to get a call, then when it's serious like this with missing kids, then a day or two later we come in, so I'm sorry, I'm playing catch up. It's always good to repeat it though. So laptop at home, does it have a password?
If it, I don't think so. It might, but that's the one she uses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just stays in her office.
Do you have any idea?
I have an idea what the password could be.
Okay.
It's like 428-4915, capital S, lowercase w. That's their main password.
428-4915, capital S, lowercase w.
Yep.
And we'll probably just have you bring that in for us. Is that okay? Okay, so they don't have it now, the cops don't have it now. Okay. So laptops, any other, like a Fitbit, is there, tablets?
iPad, but I have not found that.
Does she have it?
I've not found it yet if she has it, but I haven't seen it in the house.
Okay, so possibly she has it?
Possibly.
Oh, okay. When did you buy that?
Ooh, that was a long time ago.
And so is it a full-on iPad, like?
Yep.
You could use it to, like,
A Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi? Could you use it to navigate to an address?
You could text from it.
Oh, okay. So then, if it's possible and she has it and she's somewhere hurt or somewhere that we can't find her, she can't, in other words, could we somehow track that? Does that GPS?
It has to be connected to Wi-Fi for it to actually.
Oh, so it's not like a phone then, it's a...
No.
Okay.
She has a watch as well, but I have not found that.
She has like a...
Apple Watch.
Apple Watch, okay.
I've
Do you know
not
where
found
that
it.
is?
I have not found it. It's not,
Okay.
it's not on the charger.
And it's not at your house that you can tell? Okay. Do you think the password for the iPad's the same?
No, it'd probably be 2385.
238, is that common for her?
Yes.
And what
On a
about-
4-digit it is.
Okay, what about for her Apple Watch?
2385.
2385, okay. I don't have an Apple Watch. Is that one where you have to unlock it usually? Okay. And does she usually have a password?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On her phone, it's different because it's 6-digit, but.
Okay, what's your phone number?
It's gonna be 013119
Is that a birthday or something?
of the next baby.
Oh,
Due date.
due date, okay. I'm sorry to hear that, man. So if she's, and again, this is probably something that the cops in the other room know about, if she's due in January, she's 4 or 5 months pregnant?
And she was 14, 15 weeks.
Okay. All right. Do you guys know the sex of the baby?
We weren't gonna tell anybody yet.
But you do know it?
Mhm.
Okay. That she knows it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's finish this, and then we'll get into more of this.
Okay.
So how else can we track her? Does she have another phone that you know of?
That's the only phone I've ever seen her use.
Okay, what's the phone number?
910
Uh-huh.
850 3286.
Okay. So, you know, strap on your CSI hat. You can imagine the FBI has some pretty cool tricks and toys and everything. Is there anything you can think of that we should be doing that we're not?
Honestly, everything that I saw today was like, it took me on a whirlwind. I didn't think all that was going to happen, so that everything that happened today, I thought you guys were like spot on.
Okay. Is there anything that a friend has said? Oh, has the FBI done this? Well, you probably didn't know the FBI was involved until an hour ago.
Yeah.
Is there any good ideas that your friends have had saying, man, I gotta try this, I gotta do this?
A lot of people have asked about Amber Alerts, but I'm not sure like why that. I'm not sure I'm sure you know Amber Alerts have to deal with like, all right, if you know someone has taken a kid, but since the last person you saw was the mom, and you don't think everybody's gone.
Yeah.
That's probably why Amber Alert's not really used in this respect.
Well, they did a press statement. So Amber Alerts are a little bit different. One thing that helps Amber Alerts is cars. You know, when you're driving down the freeway and you say, missing person, look for this car. What car can we look for?
That's the only car she has is the one that left in the garage.
A Lexus?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you drove here tonight?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any other cars that you drive?
Just my work truck.
Okay. Lexus. Does the Lexus is here? Okay. How could she have left the house?
Only way she could have left the house is if somebody picked her up, but it would have to have been from the back. Because it's the camera in the front, where the neighbor, the way it faces the driveway, it would have picked that up. Only thing it picked up was me leaving at like 5:26.
Okay. How do you know? Is it your camera?
It's neighbor's camera.
Oh, did he tell you?
Yeah, we were all over there watching it with the officer.
Okay. All right.
It just showed me loading up my truck.
Oh. Is it on all the time?
His camera's on all the time, yep.
Okay. And all it saw was you leaving?
Yep. I think he puts the passcode in, because it was a 4-digit passcode before, and it was a 6-digit this time, so now
like 013119?
Yeah.
She knew her friend's passcode?
Yeah, I didn't, because it used to be 2385, but when she changed it to 6.
How did Nikki know it?
Maybe she knew it over the weekend, because I'd never seen a 6-digit passcode on her phone.
Is that normal to you that Nicole might share her passcode with somebody?
I wouldn't think so.
Do you know her to have done that before?
No, because she's only told me her passcode before. Like her phone's her lifeline. So. Okay.
Are she close with Nicole?
She's decently close.
How long do they know each other?
Probably at least over a year.
How did they meet?
When Shannan's mom lived here, Shannan's mom worked at she's a hairdresser, and Nikki was like one of the managers.
Oh.
Nicole, sorry.
Okay. And then did Shannan get her hair done there or something by Nikki?
No.
Okay.
Just Shannan's mom and Nicole were friends, and then Shannan got Nicole into the Thrive, and went from there.
All right. So now we're at finding the phone, Nicole unlocking the phone, then what?
Waiting for everything to load up and watching all the text messages pop up, phone calls, missed calls pop up, and go from there.
And what were they?
It was just people asking like, are you okay? Where are you? Type things.
Okay. All right. Okay, then what?
The police officer, he looks at the phone, he just kind of looks through it just to see like if anything looks, of any of the text messages. Mm-hmm. And then I walk downstairs and I'm looking around down there, seeing if I see anything at all. Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. And then I think that was at 4 o'clock. That's when because the officer, I went over to the neighbor's house to see if he saw anything. And
whose idea was that?
I think it was the officer, because he just went over there. And then that's when the neighbor called him back over to show him he had some stuff from the other night. Okay. Just show him like whatever he had that put motion on it. Okay.
Who originally called the police?
Nicole.
Okay. And is that the time when you were telling me you're coming home and she's freaking out?
She said that. She told me she was going to call the police, but I thought, okay, I'm coming home. It's like, let me look through everything. Let's see what's going on here. And on my way home, that's when she called me and said, the cops are here.
Okay, all right. Okay. Frederick police officer and detectives are asking Nicole and I questions about where she could have gone, who she could be with. 4 p.m. Police check neighbor security footage and question them as well. Okay? Have we talked about that? Is that where we're okay?
That's where we're at.
Anything else about that?
No, I mean, it just shows Nicole dropping her off, but her not walking up, and it shows me loading my truck up at the time I told you I left.
Okay. Officer, detective, and sergeant come by to search the house and ask some more questions. How'd that go?
They just had me sign the paperwork to search the house.
Okay.
And I just waited outside and let them go through the house. There's a missing persons warrant, I guess.
Sure. Okay. And did they find any other clues? Okay. Begin calling around to anyone I know that could know something or maybe see Shannan. Calling locals, hospitals, and hospitals as well. 7:30 p.m. Friends, Nick and Amanda come by to show support. Okay, so I begin good. So 6 p.m. Begin calling around to anyone I know that could know something or maybe seen Shannan. What happened there?
Same thing, like everybody that I've talked to, it's just like they haven't heard from her, they haven't seen her, nothing. What's up?
Who's helping you make these calls?
That's just me.
Just
at
you?
This point.
Were you by yourself?
I was by myself. I'm sure Nicole and other people were doing that while they were gone.
Okay.
Because they were gone at this point.
Where did Nicole go?
Back to her house.
Back to her house.
She was there when they came back to search the house.
Nicole was?
She was parked outside.
When is this,
5
o'clock?
Yeah, she was parked outside.
Did she come in and help them?
No.
Why not?
Well, because they told me to wait outside.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Is there any weapons in your house?
No.
Okay. If we wanted to bring a lot more people with a lot more tools and tricks to your house, could we do that tonight?
It's up to you.
Okay.
I was going to stay at a friend's house, and I was on my way over there tonight, but that's up to you.
You're going to stay at a friend's house?
I was.
Okay. If we were to get into your house without you there, how would we do it?
Punch the passcode in the front, 2385.
Okay, that's the garage passcode?
No, that's the front door.
And I thought you said a latch or something preventing you from getting in.
I know, but if you don't latch it, it's...
Is that a latch now?
Yeah.
Okay. We might think about that. I think it's a good idea.
All right.
What do you think?
I was just going to go to her friend's house because I couldn't stay there last night. I couldn't even sleep there.
What friend's house?
Nick and Amanda.
Oh, is that her friends or your friends?
They're both of our friends.
Okay.
I run with Nick.
Okay. And when you say hers, is that your wife or is that Nicole's?
My wife.
Your wife's, Shannan's friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Nick and Amanda.
I think they're waiting outside right now, actually.
Oh, are they? Were they the ones I saw on TV?
More than likely.
Okay.
That one bald guy?
Young kid with the brim ball cap?
Yeah.
Colorado or something,
Yep.
maybe?
That was Nick.
That was Nick? Okay. I thought Nick was, no wait, Nicole's, what's Nicole's son?
Nick?
So there's 2 Nicks now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nicole's son is Nick.
Yeah.
And your friend is Amanda.
Amanda and Nick, yeah.
Are they married?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Okay, I should say like a Nick and Amanda Thayer, put it that way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know the Thayer name. They showed up at the house at some point, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And no reason to worry about that.
No.
How do you and Shannan know that?
The Amanda through Thrive, or actually Amanda was at Primrose at where the kids went to school.
Okay.
She used to be director there.
Oh.
And once she left as a director position, when she left to go to a different school, that's when Shannan got her on Thrive and became friends, and me and Nick started running. And
okay. That's all right. Friends need medical support. Friend, is that Lauren Arnold?
Yep.
Who's that?
Shannan's high school friend.
Okay.
Lives out here.
And how'd she find out about all this?
Facebook.
And so, did you ask them who and where Shannan might be?
Oh yeah, like Shannan, Lauren and Shannan were actually supposed to meet up that day.
To do what?
Meet up at the house for just pregnancy pal thing.
At your house?
Mm-hmm.
What time?
Don't know.
Was there any communication about that?
Not to me.
How do you know?
That was the first I had heard of it, because she said that they were supposed to meet up that day.
Oh, when she came over at 8.
Yeah.
She said, holy cow, we were going to meet together, something like that?
Yeah, like that. When she heard about everything on Facebook about Shannan being missing, she's like, yeah, her and I were supposed to, Lauren said her and I were supposed to meet up and do a little pregnancy pal thing.
Is Lauren pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. First kid?
third.
Okay. And so, both third kids. So they were just gonna meet up because they're expecting mothers.
Yeah, they're probably just gonna just hang out
Yeah.
and probably see each other in a while.
Okay.
I ain't worried about her though.
Okay. Who are you worried about?
Anybody that I know right now, like, if they have not told me anything, it'd drive me nuts. It's driving me nuts, cause like, there's no way, like, the people that I know that have kids that could have helped her, if she's at somebody's house right now, like, they would have had to say something by now. With all this going on, there's no way they could have kept their mouth shut by now.
So then who are you worried about?
Honestly, like, I can't really say, like, if I'm worried about anybody right now as far as, like, any of her friends that I know.
Okay.
All of them are showing, like, their deep concern about what's going on right now.
Okay.
And I think, like, with that deep concern, that can't be faked.
Okay. So then, who are you worried about?
It has to be somebody I don't know, honestly.
Okay.
The only thing that I can think of is somebody I don't know.
Okay. Does your gut tell you that Shannan and the kids walked out, or that they were taken out?
Yesterday I would have said they walked out. Today I would have said I'm leaning the other direction.
Okay. Friends Dave Cologne and Jeremy Lindstrom come by to show support. Who are they?
Dave Cologne, when I worked for Ford, he ran an auto body shop. He actually works for Boulder County Sheriff's Department now.
Oh, okay.
And Jeremy Lindstrom, he worked in the sales department at Ford when I was a tech, and he works at a Ford dealership now.
Okay.
And Jeremy's daughter just watched the kids over this past weekend too, so we know them pretty well.
Oh, what's his daughter's name?
McKenna.
Okay. Was she the one watching the kids the night before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I saw her name in a report or something. How did that go with Dave and Jeremy?
Oh, good. They're just there to show support, just chilling in the kitchen.
Just two of them?
Yeah, then that's me. Yeah, me and them.
And Lauren and all them had gone by then?
Oh yeah, everybody else is gone by then.
Okay. When they come over to show support, what are you guys talking about?
Just talking about like what could have happened. Like, do you think she could have gone somewhere? Do you think she's actually taken? Like, just random questions like that. And then they're just talking about just other stuff to kind of get things off my head a little bit.
Okay. Okay. 10 o'clock. I lay in bed and proceed to take calls from friends and family the rest of the night. How'd that go?
I mean, just answering. Nobody could sleep as far as East Coast, anything like Addie, Sam.
Who's Addie and Sam again?
Addie Mills, they're leaders in Thrive.
Okay.
They're people that Shannan reaches up to.
Okay. Have we talked to them?
Oh yeah, he talked to them on the phone.
You have?
I've texted them. It's all on there.
Okay. And so the real live communication sense, we couldn't find Shannan?
Yeah, like
them. Okay. Have police talked to them?
I believe so.
Okay. Just on the phone?
Yes.
Are they in North Carolina?
No, they're like northeast.
Northeast what?
Like Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over there.
All right. Who else calls?
See her mom, talked to my parents, talked to my sister, texted with Kelly, she lives in New Jersey. Oh, who else? Jeremy, Dave, all those people.
Okay. All right. Can we talk about something that's kind of hard to talk about? So when I work investigations like this, I have to keep an open mind on everything, okay? And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage, and the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord, okay? So you can understand what I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. Like, I know, like, I've talked to a few of my friends, is like, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know. It's like, if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're gonna look at me, especially with the way everything looks. it honestly just makes me sick to my stomach, because this is something that I would never do. Ever. I know, like, you have to look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids or my wife. At all. I'm not sure, like, what I could do to make people believe that, just because if they knew we were having marital discord, they would automatically look at me. But there's no, I would harm anybody in my family. At all. I know we were having marital discord, and we had that conversation that morning, and then she goes, we have no idea where she is, or the kids. I promise you that I had nothing to do with any of that.
Are you telling me the truth?
I am telling you the absolute truth.
Why should I believe you?
Because I am a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me, they know how I'm a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I am a person who is never going to be abusive or physical in any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife. I mean, you can talk to any of my friends, any of her friends. They know me. They know I'm a low-key guy that's quiet. I'm not about confrontation. I'm not about anything that elevates to that level. I mean, you can, like, if someone yells at me, screams at me, I just take it, and I just try to get it by the wayside and get it back to where it's just a cool conversation, to where, like, none of that gets to that height, because I am not that person. I've never been that person.
Okay. You can imagine it's my job, okay? And I told you that tonight, we would talk about things, and might offend you, you know that we have to get to the bottom of this. You know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you take a polygraph?
Sure.
Okay. Would you take it tonight?
In fact, that's what you want me to do.
Yeah.
I've never done one. I don't know, like, what it involves, but...
Okay. You know what it is?
From what I've seen, it goes on your finger.
You know what the purpose of one is?
That's for a lie detector test.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't we do this? Let's take a little break. I'm going to come back in here, because I have a lot more questions for you. Okay? I want to remind you that tonight is voluntary. Okay? I can't keep you in here. I won't keep you in here. If you want to get right up and walk out of here, you can do that. Okay? All right. Do you want to keep talking with me?
I mean, I can.
Okay.
I mean, if that's what you want, I can keep talking.
Okay. And you understand that I'm not arresting you right now. And you understand that you can walk out of here at any time.
Sure.
Okay. Having said that, I do want to talk to you. I have a lot more questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know where your wife is?
I mean, that's what my life is.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Okay. Let's take a tiny break. Get some water. Do you need to use the restroom?
No.
Okay. There's some water, Gatorade actually, if you need it. I'm going to step out for a minute. I need to look over some of my notes. And I'm going to come right back in here. I'm not going to be out very long, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
all washed up, get dried out, get some lotion, get the pajamas on, back downstairs, have a little nighttime snack, they'll pick it, you know, Cheez-Its, little wafers, something like that. And they'll sit in their little couches and they'll watch a cartoon until about 7 o'clock, and then between 6:30 and 7, we're giving them the medicine and any medicine they need at that point in time, if one of them has a fever or whatever else. And then brush their teeth, upstairs, Cece gets an overnight diaper, Bella doesn't, and read them a book. Cece usually wants the tiger book, and I read that to her. We growl at the last part, turn the rain machines on.
Is that what you said, choose your tiger?
Yes.
Does that come to mind?
Yes.
Okay.
And turn the rain machines on, give both kids good night. Cece wants me to put her to bed, Bella wants Shannan to put her to bed, and close the door, and night-night.
Okay. All right. Can we talk a little bit about the morning that they disappeared? We already talked about 4 o'clock alarm, prep until 4:15. Correct me if I'm wrong. 4:15, this challenging talk starts. You leave somewhere around 5:30ish, 5:20 something, 5:27. And then what was your day like?
So I went out to locations.
Where's that?
The oil locations.
Oh, locations. Okay.
Yeah. So I worked out on those old locations until 12:10. That's when I got the doorbell visitor notification.
What do you do out there? What do you do at work?
I'll just operate the oil and gas locations we have running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like either maintenance or just like inspections or like trying to get them running again type of thing.
And are you the guy with the wrench or are you the boss?
I'm one of the field coordinators.
Okay.
So like the area we have is like it's really big. So like I have me and 2 other guys are field coordinators. Then we have 2 rovers, which they like go around to the area and they help other operators. Then we have 6 route operators.
Okay.
So the field coordinators, we kind of get everybody like, all right, this is what we're going to do today type of thing, and disperse type of thing.
So then when you left at 5:30, which location did you go to?
So the Survey 319.
Which is
The
generally
well location.
At the well location?
Yeah, we have the Survey 1029.
Survey?
Yeah, this is well names.
Survey?
Yeah.
Like S-E-R-B-Y?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was 1129, and we say the 1029 most of the day.
And so these are numbers I don't even understand.
I know, there's like section number, well number type things.
Okay.
That's how they name them.
Okay. So then it might be that, God forbid, 2 weeks from now, we're still looking for them. And it's going to be very important that all of this can jar your memory, right?
Yeah.
So I'm taking notes. So Survey what?
So we have the 1129.
Where'd you go first?
The 319.
319. Where and what crossroads would that be?
Oh, it's out in a ranch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Survey 319. Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you at Survey 319?
Probably about an hour.
Okay. Just telling the boys what to do?
I was out there checking a line that we had leaking on Friday.
Okay. Okay, and that took about an hour?
Yep.
Then what?
Went to the 1129.
Okay. Again, is that just in the middle of a ranch?
Yeah, it's the same ranch.
Okay. Oh, so how far away?
Not far.
Walking distance?
No.
Oh.
Walk.
That's a big ranch.
Yeah, you don't drive there.
Okay. How long were you at 1129?
Probably about 20 minutes or so.
Doing what?
I was just just doing an inspection over there, see if I can get the well to run again.
Okay.
This one you have to kind of run manually.
Okay. And then where?
The 1029. We were there most of the rest of the day.
Doing what?
We're trying to get a pumping unit to pump back up, and stuffing box rubbers were leaking and the rods were smoking, so we had to replace them. That's what took a very long time.
And how long were you out there?
The rest until 12:10.
So 6-7 hours?
Oh yeah, like
5, 6,
yeah,
okay.
at least like 5 hours. It seemed like 5 to 6.
And were there people with you?
Oh yeah, there's people with me. Like I gave them the names.
Okay.
There was
the police know?
Yeah, Troy McCoy, Chad McNeil, Melissa Parrish, Cody Roberts. They were all out there with me.
Okay. And you said you called home at 7:30 or so?
I texted 7:40.
Okay. And that was something like where are you?
Yeah, I couldn't go back that far on my phone to see when I called, but I did call her 2 or 3 times during that.
And why then? Was that a better part of the day for you to text?
Yeah, because like I was at that point in time, like I was actually trying to call my foreman and everything else, just to talk to him, to tell him what I found, and it kept just like it wouldn't ring out there.
What you found? What do you mean?
The
the line that was
Work-related.
leaking.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, like we had a bypass line, back pressure line outside to a another downcomer line to an oil tank, and it was leaking on the ground.
Okay,
But like, I was not getting any phone calls through, so that's why I was texting.
okay. Okay. So let's have the hard conversation again. Okay. How old are they?
4 and 3, that'll be 5 in December.
Okay. You can imagine that every day that goes by
It gets harder to find.
where we don't find your girls, it's gonna get harder to find. We're gonna have less clues. Things that we need to get and we need to use, the methods that we need to do to find them are gonna start getting blown away by weather, getting re-recorded over themselves at the surveillance store that's gonna tell us. All of that is going to disappear, okay? And that's why we're gonna spend so much time today, tomorrow, as in the front as we can, right? You can also imagine that every day that goes by, we're gonna be looking for the man who did this, okay? And you can imagine that we're gonna include you as that man. So, let's talk about that. I think that you're trying to put on a brave face because you're a man and you're a father and you're a husband. I can tell that there's just something you're not telling me. And I'm not sure what it is. I don't know why that is. I don't know why you're not telling me, but there's something that's making you a little bit uncomfortable tonight. I just don't believe some of the things you're telling me. Okay, I just don't. I simply do not believe you.
What makes you think? What have I said that makes you not believe me at all?
This just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't add up. So can we talk about 2 Chris's? Okay.
2 Chris's.
The tale of 2 Chris's? Okay. And you need to help me know which Chris I'm looking at today and which Chris you really are. So, Chris number 1 is right here, right? And fell out of love with his wife, okay? Started wondering what it might be. He didn't have a wife to take care of and a girl to take care of. Spent some time alone, liked that time alone, came home, may or may not have had a conversation about how to get out of this marriage or how to fix it, but probably how to get out of it. Is looking at a bachelor pad in Brighton and did something terrible to his wife and kids. And that may have been an accident, and I think it was an accident.
That's not the Chris you're looking at right now. No. And the Chris you're looking at is the man who loves these kids and loves his wife and will never, ever, ever do anything to harm them. That's the Chris you're looking at right now. The Chris you're looking at right now wants these kids and his wife back at his house right now. That's the Chris you're looking at.
Why didn't you call 911?
I didn't think anything was wrong.
I think you knew what was wrong.
I did not know what was wrong, sir. you that.
What do you think it's going to look like when someone finds out that it was not you that called 911?
Everybody's going to have their own perceptions about what's going on here, but I know my wife. I know that sometimes she doesn't text me back. I know that happens. It's happened multiple times throughout many days. If she's busy with work, it doesn't happen. That's why it didn't register for me that day.
We're back to a tale of two Chris's, Chris.
Okay.
There's a Chris who cares.
I care. I promise.
Tell me about the call to your daycare.
To the Primrose? I called them to see if the girls were there. He said they weren't there.
Okay.
I told them since they weren't there, just put them back on the waiting list.
That's not what you told me.
I told them that we were going to sell the house. Or we could put it on the market, and we probably won't be in the area anymore.
That's two different things, Chris.
Well, I wanted them to be back I put them on the waiting list since they weren't there.
Why weren't they there?
I don't know.
Where were they going to go?
They went Shannan took them to a friend's house.
Why wouldn't they go to daycare?
I am not sure. Honestly, sir, I am not sure.
It's hard for me as a father to talk to you about this.
I know.
Not because it's a hard issue to talk about. It's because I'm worried about your daughters under your care.
You shouldn't have to worry about them under my care.
Okay.
I watched them all weekend. We went to a pool party at Jeremy Lindstrom's house. It's like, I love those kids with all my heart. And nothing in this world would ever make me do anything to these kids or my wife.
When you walk out of this room, there's nothing I can say to a room full of police officers that's going to convince them that you have nothing to do with this.
I know.
You know what they think.
I know it, all that, yeah.
Here's a guy who didn't call 911, who woke his wife up at a ridiculous hour because he was so guilty about something that he had to get it off his chest and say, I don't love you anymore, I'm leaving you. That didn't go well. Okay, so what happened?
She told me she wanted me to wake her up before I left. That's why I didn't just wake her up, like, just to tell her this. Like, I woke her up. That's what she wanted to do, and we talked. Like, usually at 4 a.m. I wake up, I go down and work out. This day, I wanted to talk to her about this. I love these girls. I love these girls so much. And this picture right here, Celeste and Bella, those are my life. I helped make those kids. There's nothing in my life that means more to me than these kids. Nothing. Kids, that's your life. That's your lifeline. That's everything. Like, you make kids, they come first before anything. Kids, spouse, family. That's what it's always been.
Nothing you've told me tonight makes sense. Nothing you've told me tonight feels like the truth. Can we start over?
Sure.
I think that there's something that happened that got maybe a little bit out of control.
There was no fight. There was nothing physical. It was a conversation. We didn't raise our voice. nothing. I promised you that, so there was nothing physical with this conversation.
What was the last thing you saw about your daughters?
Nothing I saw, like, when I left.
What did it look like?
Saw him in the monitor as it was switching back and forth.
What's the last thing you saw with your wife?
She was laying back in bed as I was walking out the bedroom door.
Okay. When we find the guy who took him, what do you think we should do?
Honestly, like, they're gonna come home safe, correct? When you find the guy.
When we find the guy, they're gonna come home.
Life in prison would be that's what I would think with 2 kids that are involved.
What if he hurt them?
I'm not sure if, like, that penalty is even used. Is it used in Colorado? I'm not even sure.
What is?
The death penalty.
Okay.
I mean, like, if these kids are not alive, like, there's nothing you could do to cope with that, to make me cope with that, if those kids are not okay.
Okay. All right. What was your plan after you guys separated?
Try to get an apartment.
Yeah. Nearby?
Oh, we'd just go our separate ways. Like, I would probably get an apartment. She would try to sell the house first, of course, before we could do anything with that.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, like, try to get an apartment somewhat close.
Okay.
So that, like, it's a 50-50 thing, like, because I was going to go on an 8 and 6 schedule in September,
Okay.
and then I would have 6 days off, and it would be perfect to, I'd have kids for half, and she'd have half, and that would work.
All right. Tonight's been pretty intense, I can imagine. How are you feeling?
I slept like 2 hours last night, so I'm like running on empty right now. But
I know, I can see it. So why don't I do this? I'm sure you don't mind if we take a break for the night. I'm sure that you are feeling some of the pressure from me. Okay?
You're doing your job.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't grill you a little bit, right?
I've seen you telling 2 different guys. Like, honestly, like, I've seen like where you're smiling, and I've seen where it's different.
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing your job though. Like, I can't fault you for anything you've asked.
So can I make a commitment to you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to commit to you that we're not going to stop working until we find them.
Okay.
Okay? And I want to commit to you that there is going to come a time when you're going to feel this pressure from other people. I'm not the only one who thinks that there's a possibility you have something to do with this.
Like another FBI agent, like, pressure, or like just like...
Everyone.
Okay.
Everyone, Chris.
Okay.
Have you ever watched the news and said 2 girls and a pregnant woman go missing? Okay, if that's all you heard, what do you think the public thinks? Husband. Okay. So, I'm going to make a commitment to you. Okay. I'm going to commit to you that I'm going to be your guy. Okay. I'm going to be your guy that handles the investigation. Okay. And I'm going to be your guy that you can come to. Okay. Because I hope that you realize I'm a nice guy. Tonight we had to talk about some tough things, but I hope that you know that I did it respectfully. I think that you can see that. And so, as we go on through tonight, the hours, the days, and I hope we don't get to hours or days. I hope it's minutes, right? Until this is over.
Yes.
But just in case it's not, I want you to know that I wanted to be in this room tonight. I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay? And I hope that you want to talk to me. Okay? When you have questions, when you have concerns, I want you to call the detective that you work with, and I want you to call me. Okay? I want you to know that if you have a question, if you think we're not doing something enough or well enough, I want you to say, I gotta call Graham, I gotta call Dave.
Okay.
Okay? When you need to have a night to yell at somebody and maybe have a good cry, I want you to call me.
Okay.
Okay? I can't imagine what you're going through. I just can't.
Today's been the whirlwind from, like, yesterday I thought she was just at somebody's house, and today with the drones, the police, and the news, it looked like a scene out of a movie that
That's too much. It's too much for one person to handle.
my dad's flying in tomorrow.
Good. Okay. So you have your dad, who else do you have?
Nick and Amanda, Dave, Jeremy.
Okay. Now, you only know me for 3 hours, but I want to be part of that team.
Okay.
Okay? I want to be part of the team that helps you, and I want you to be part of my team.
Okay.
Okay? Tonight, when you go home, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to pass out because you're so tired. Okay? And that's probably not going to be what happens. Your head's going to go race. Okay? So tonight, when you lay down and your head starts racing, there's going to be things that come to your mind. Okay? This always happens. Always. It's very natural. You're going to say, I wonder why he asked me that. Okay? You're going to say, screw him. How dare he accuse me? Okay? You're going to say, I wonder if they thought of this. Okay? And then you're going to say, I probably should have told him something, or this, or that. Okay? Those are the most common things. When those thoughts come to your head, I want you to call me. I want you to call Dave. Okay? It's fair for your mind to race, so I want you to call me. Okay? You need a lifeline. You need someone you can call. I want to be that guy. All right? And I want you to know that if I didn't accuse you a little bit, you'd probably wonder if I was good at my job.
One of my buddies, he is straight with me. He was like, dude, I'll just be no veil. Like, none of this looks good. So it's like he's like, I'm not gonna accuse anybody, but like, I'm not gonna be like. He has his wife and their friends. He's like, they won't talk to you right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know.
So we had this Chris, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the other Chris. He's just right here, okay? I can see that you're a good man, right? You don't have beautiful daughters with good clothing that look well fed, right? Children that are unhappy don't smile like this, okay? And those are beautiful kids. Those kids have a good dad, and I know it.
You should see the picture. It's on my phone.
Yeah.
It's a better one, but it's just. I'll show it to you. But
Those kids have a good dad. Good dad that feeds them and that loves them. I was very impressed when I asked you how their day was about how involved you are. Okay.
You should see me on the weekend.
A lot of dads don't get second pairs of clothes and cook eggs and give them snacks at night. You know, a lot of men, that's woman's work, right?
I like to get involved.
But you're not that kind of guy. Okay. So, Chris, can you just look at me for 1 second? If there is something that happened, it's okay. It really is.
Yeah.
Okay. If something that happened with these girls, if there was an accident, if there's something you're afraid to tell me, it's okay.
Okay.
If there's something that happened with your wife, it's okay. Okay? You can always tell me. And if you want to talk 15 minutes after you leave, I'll answer the phone. If you want to talk in the middle of the morning, I'll answer the phone. Okay? What I want to happen is, if that's what happened, if there was something that got out of hand, if there's something you know, I want you to go home and I want you to know that I'm the guy you can talk to, okay, who's not going to judge you. I have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I joke with my wife, I just need 2 weeks alone. when you told me about your 4 to 5 weeks alone, I was like, wow, that sounds like a slice of heaven, right? Sometimes it's a bit much. Okay? So let's do this. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to help organize the search at your house tonight.
Okay.
Okay? I still want to do that.
Okay. I was just gonna go to my friend's house and just drive away.
Okay. Now,
Hopefully they
now
still
listen,
awake.
I can't tell you that we have to do it. Okay?
If you want, if like you said, it rained tonight,
Yeah.
like hard, like it blew 4 trash cans in my yard.
Let's get on it, right?
Like it's whatever's there is there, and I want it found.
I want to do that. I want to talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay? I want you to get a good night's sleep and a good breakfast and a good workout, whatever you got to do, whatever your morning routine is.
My dad flies in the morning about like 8 or 9.
Okay.
So
What time should we plan on doing that?
can I get him back home first and then come here?
Of course.
Okay.
And listen, of course,
Okay.
take your time, get settled in. So what time do you fly in?
He should be here around 8 or 9.
8 or 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's flying from North Carolina.
Here's what I would love to have happen. He's flying in 8 or 9. You got to go get him. You got to get him back. He's going to want to know everything.
Yeah.
Okay, he's your
Oh,
dad. Okay.
He's called me like 10 times today.
It's going to take forever. And he's going to have questions and comments and concerns, okay? I would love for you and me as a team to talk tomorrow, to do a polygraph tomorrow, and move past all of it, okay? Move past me wondering about Chris, me about wondering which Chris I'm talking to. I want to move past it. I just want to get it behind us, okay? And then our talks are going to be a lot more comfortable than they were tonight. So can we say that tomorrow at 11 o'clock,
Okay.
we can do a polygraph?
Here?
Here. Okay? And there might be little tweaks. It might be at a different office or this. We're not going to try to rock your world too much. We know what you're going through.
Okay.
I want to get that done. I want to just move past it.
Okay.
Okay? Could we do that?
Yeah.
11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No, like, I have your phone number.
Yeah.
So that, like, if his flight does get delayed, I can call you.
Yeah, absolutely. You have Dave's, right?
Yes. So you based that up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
You know that's a 24-hour number, okay?
Okay.
Let's make that happen tomorrow.
Okay.
One of the things that makes us wonder about which Chris again is when you don't answer the phone. Okay? So if I call you, I get it, you're on the phone, you're with your dad, you're in the drive-through, you know, whatever it is, I get it, okay? If you go a whole day without calling me back?
Oh, no, that's not gonna
Okay.
happen.
Can we promise each other we'll answer the phone?
Yeah, like, I'm not going a day, like, if I'm with my dad, or like I have other calls coming in, like, I'm getting back to you.
Okay.
There's no, yeah.
Okay. Your dad's coming tomorrow, were you guys planning on staying here?
Oh yeah, like, he's gonna stay at my house, like,
Okay.
that was the thing, like, I don't wanna be at that house by myself.
Okay.
That's why I'm staying with my friends tonight.
Okay.
Cause I can't be
All right.
in that house again, like.
Have you already packed for your friends tonight?
I got it in my car.
Okay.
I was actually about almost there when I was calling me, I was like,
Okay.
yeah, I'll turn around.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, I was like, I'd rather
Okay.
get this rolling right here, so.
All right, all right. I hope you realize I'm someone that you can call and trust, and again, I put the screws to you, but that's because I need to.
I know.
Okay, you did a really good job tonight.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, just,
Okay.
we gotta find these two and my wife. I'll show you the other picture on my phone.
Okay. Let me go see.
She's done with it.
Yeah. Let me go see where they are with the phone.
Okay.
And then we're gonna, if you're gonna go to your friend's house, then we might not include you very much at the house, at your house.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to leave you alone for the night, but if we get somewhere, if we can't get in the house, if we find something we gotta talk to you about tonight, and
I'll have my ring
can't
on.
wait, yeah,
I'll have
I'm
my
gonna
ring
call you
on.
again.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Anything else?
Just gotta find them.
No? Okay. I know. I appreciate you coming in tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a few minutes.
I'm down your gate right now.
And yeah, and if you do need to go to your house, don't go without telling us.
Oh, no, yeah.
You don't want to get pig piled by a bunch of patrol officers. Does that all sound good?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me 2 more minutes and then we'll walk you out.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh, do your girls travel with headphones?
They had them on the first trip there, but I didn't see them wear them on the back.
What do they look like?
Like little unicorn type things.
Over the ear?
Yeah, they kind of slide over.
Okay. Were they like colorful?
The gray and pink, I think.
Do they ever take them shopping or anything?
No.
No?
That's the only time they ever used them.
Oh, okay. So if your wife was gonna like walk around with them, she wouldn't be holding them with headphones?
No, because they just strap over and they have a little plug.
Okay. Is your family lactose intolerant?
No.
Do you ever buy lactose intolerant milk?
It's 2%.
Just 2% regular stuff? Okay. All right. We're just explaining, you can imagine 1,000 people are calling in right now, so we're just narrowing stuff down.
Okay.
Give me 2 more minutes.
All right.
Hey Chris, thanks
Sounds
for
good.
coming in.
Yep.
So we've been doing some other things while you were here. And we've had people calling in and stuff
Okay.
like that. So there was a sighting at Walmart. One of your kiddos, is Bella the oldest?
Yes.
Does she have long hair?
Well, if you let the curls down,
About how long?
so the curls would probably come like right here.
Okay. So this is a picture from surveillance. You see that? Here.
Yeah, it's just the hair color looks a little off.
Yeah. I mean, look how long that braid is. Does that look,
Yeah.
does that look right?
No, that braid's too long.
Is that like your wife?
Hair's too long.
Okay.
That's what I thought too. So.
Okay. Yeah, the hair looks a little too long.
We're trying, buddy.
Okay.
We are trying.
Very angle. So.
That would be CC in the back though. That was her.
Yeah.
That's where she would sit?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Bella ruling the roost up there?
Yes. Most times there's something in there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause Bella, it's really. That's the picture I was talking about. Yeah.
And this is Cece, right?
Yep.
And that's Bella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, that's on the 4th of July.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this is not much different, but it's got a lot longer hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longer
Not her?
hair. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, great, thank you.
All right, we're ready.
Do I take this or no? This is.
Please leave all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you get your dad tomorrow, just come on in. He's gonna have a bunch of questions. I'll talk to everyone. Bring him in, let's talk.
I bring him here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can drop him off wherever he needs to go.
Okay.
But you might want to hear something. And if he does, bring him. Don't feel like you can't bring him into the room.
Okay.
Tell me whatever you gotta do.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I'll let you go through that.
I mean, I put your phone number on the.
You get it? Oh, okay.